Are you tired of basically having the perfect opportunity to aim down sight? You have the person dead to rights, and for some reason your BB hooks far right or far left, or just heck, it's all over the place. Maybe we should have that talk about zeroing your optic in this week's Tech Work video. Hey, what's up guys? Again, so welcome back to another episode for Airsoft Master on the Tech Work side. Well, not really tech work, but just a couple key pointers that we should probably talk about, which the most important thing is zeroing your optic. What is zeroing? Well, mainly the fact that you need to make sure the optic actually hits a center point for you to say that, yep, if I were to shoot that BB right now, am I able to hit dead center mass on the same point as your red dot or even your typical magnified scope optics that are out there. So here's a couple key features and key pointers that we were going to help you in zeroing your optic. But before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're looking for any type of products in general, check us out at airsoftmaster.com. But until then, let's get into work. Now the first key pointer before we get into zeroing the optic, in general when it comes to the red dot or any type of magnified scope, the main important thing that will help out is to adjust your hop up to specifically whatever weight you want to use. Again, there are different types of weight BBs out there to help adjusting to whatever we want to use, such as like for outdoors, we tend to use 3.0s, or even in indoors tend to be like the 2.5s or even the 2.0s. So again, what we need to focus on is adjusting your hop up to whatever weight BB you're going to use. And the tendency, what I would tell customers that would come in is what we want to see is you testing it about at least the minimum of 50 feet and seeing your BB to go straight all the way down through, just to show that, okay, the hop up works and we do see it straight. Another focus is if you see your BB drop down to the ground, that means there's not as much contact on the BB for backspin, so you want to increase your hop up. The exact opposite, we see the BB go skyrocket to the sky. Again, adjust your hop up to basically drop it down less, so we see the BB go straight all the way down. After that, then we can actually zero in our optic. Okay, so since we really have a small type of office, and basically what we need to do for step 2 is to shoot a tight grouping into a target. Yes, it's squares because I'm not really good at making circles, but it's what matters most is what we're going to be doing is finding the center and try to find that actual target system wherever I'm aiming. So we're going to be testing it out as soon as you're done with adjusting hop up, and then from there put at least 5 shots in there to get a nice tight grouping to see whether or not if we can actually adjust to 0 and finding out where our shots are plotted out. Alright, so the next thing you're going to need is a hard surface down here to basically keep it stable as much as you can. So just to keep it leveled, I have basically the stool that I'm using the same thing for a target, and we want to hold it as steady as we can, and we will try to get those groupings. So for my example, this should be very familiar to you as this is the guns modifier I was using previously on the MWSs and CGS videos, and I haven't got a chance to zero it. So let's go ahead and zero it in. Alright, here we go. So as you can see here on the groupings that I have here, basically I'm far left and a little bit too up. So what we have to do is adjust it down and then shift it to the right. So again, we want to adjust that using our windage and our elevation to basically help adjust it and then rearrange it to the center. Alright, so basically on my MWS, there are 2 things you're going to need to notice on any type of red dot optic is your windage, which is basically here. It's going to be left to right. Just again, if you want to move it right, go clockwise, following the actual direction, or to basically make it go left, go the exact opposite. And then your elevation would be the same thing, where if you want to increase it going down, clockwise direction, or basically go up counterclockwise, to make sure that you have your proper zero alignment. Again, best way to find out your proper alignment adjustment is, say for example, if I'm up to the left on instead of being center, then you want to move it down to the right. Same thing if I'm moving down to the left, again, up to the right, same thing the opposite, that you want to make it to be dead center. All right, now we basically have a new target. So let's go ahead and see, after a couple times of actual calibration and zeroing the optic, let's see, hopefully we get a proper zero from a short distance. Now, again, I would recommend more of the 50 feet, but we use what we got here at the office. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Let's take a look. So now they're basically a lot more closer to center than anything else. Again, sometimes you'll have a little couple outliers up here is because of the fact, again, breathing control, trigger groups, but think about it this way. If your grouping is basically less than your palm size on here, then that's pretty good for the airsoft directions from there. And again, all you would need to do is make it where you can have a nice center mass. So imagine how you would do when actually using your optic. But other than that, if you guys have any other questions or concern, don't forget to email us at info@airsoftmaster.com or just drop a comment down below. But for this episode for Tech Work, my name is Mike. I'll see you guys next time.
This video is brought to you by Airsoft Master.